What's good with it, YouTube? Is Coffee tapping back in with the news, man, and getting right to it. This is some major news right here. I'm excited for this, and I just want to point out too, like a year ago or so, whenever that was, when the false ass news jumped off that fake viral video, the look-alike. We're talking about rapper BG. You guys remember that? Like a year ago or so, this video started going viral. Guy, somewhat resembled BG touching down, and everyone took it and ran with it. And Jay Coffee Talk, I'll pin the link below, is one of the few that was like, yo, pay attention. This some flunkery. This is not true. This is fugazi news. And it was just very lazy blogosphere journalism reporting, whatever you want to call it, because this spot where cats were getting this video of this dude that wasn't BG from right in the comment thread where it was jumping off from its origins in the blogosphere. There was people saying, yo, this ain't BG. This ain't BG. You know what I mean? And I put it out there and cleared it up, but it just astounded me, befuddled me how many major platforms held in high regard in the blogosphere were pumping that out and putting that out there, but it was not true. But now we see word hitting BG set to be released like within a week or so, and we've already heard Whack 100 out there, on his Clubhouse tip talking about he's coming home, being released to Birdman. So it's interesting. I want to see BG win out here. Comment, let me know what y'all think about it. Hopefully they get right to the music. If you guys did hear the whole Whack 100 convo, he got into it with that big Folks dude, because Folks was like, yo, what are they going to do with him? You know what I mean? Like, look what happened with Turk. Turk didn't really take off like that. But I don't know. I truly do feel the people are far more going to be far more amped up and receptive to what BG's got going on. You know what I mean? Like, dude was the truth. And I don't know. Comment where you guys rate BG out of all the original Cash Money guys. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, like, don't get me wrong, Juvie, BG, other dudes get their flowers or whatever. But when it comes to Cash Money, like, in the end, Lil Wayne to the masses on a mainstream level outshined everyone, but like, it's good to see an original dude from Cash Money come home, and I hope they do him right. I'm kind of surprised, because like I just mentioned, Juvie, we know Juvie has came and left Cash Money like 8 times and, been cool and had beef with Birdman over and over. I'm surprised to see BG on this kind of terms with Birdman, but I hope it turns into something lovely, and like his career can jump back off in 2023. That would be an amazing, continuation of his story, of his career and all that. Let me know what y'all think.
He also said some shit about stabbing a black in jail for 40s. I had to tell him afterwards, like, look, cuz, when I be working, Brody, I ain't in the country, but we brothers. Hey, look. When I be working, I just be working, right? But certain shit that rub my ears, I be hollering them niggas afterwards, like, whatever, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, can't really just tell no nigga. But he came with 600, bro. They said that they so what? No. What I'm telling you is they just wanted to go viral. That's I just want to be heard crew. They had 5, 6 different cases pulled up. Even though, like I said, G-Face is 600 my people, because they clipping this. But nigga, at the end of the day, oh, 6, so a lot of that shit wasn't to be brought up. Like, if you didn't have the nigga that Snoopy really got down on, that was weak. Bro, you didn't even call a whole nother that shit was trash. I'm glad TC came out. I'm glad the nigga from Avalon came out and cleared it again, though. He's still, Snoopy badass, still all bad. But nigga, still on bad, but nigga ain't gonna lie on the nigga. Yeah, like, and then it make me look like a clown, because I'm sitting here, and then the motherfucker right here agreeing with it, thinking it's some info, but you don't know, I'm meeting these niggas the day of the interview. It's not like I'm calling them, telling them, you get what I'm saying? But 600 probably him, 600.
All right, man. So next up, things have been getting tricky for Bricc Baby over there at No Jumper. Y'all hear that clip? That's him talking with Bosco. And, he's talking about the Snoopy Badass situation, among other things, saying that dudes in the hood, from his hood got at him and said, yo, you got to stop beefing with Cowboy. You got to get this ish together. You're making the hood look bad. And, he's referencing that G-Face dude, which that's something I gotta tap into a whole nother video. You know what I mean? Like the G-Face guy is kind of crazy. Him and Snoopy Badass beef for right now. When in a sense, it's kind of like they're the same dude in a way. Both trying to big themselves up with closets upon closets full of skeletons. They got warehouses full of skeletons, and they're both self-proclaiming themselves as these real street legends. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why some of these artists just don't stick to the music or whatever they're doing and just, and not try to put themselves on this platform like that when they got so much dirt on their name. It makes no sense, but you heard him talking about how there was some fugaziness that went on with the G-Face thing, but then with Snoopy Badass, but then another dude confirmed like, nah, like this is who he really told on or whatever. Like he's still all bad. But my point, what I'm getting at with Bricc Baby is this like the third time where Bricc done like, oh, afterwards I had to check this person about that, or afterwards I had to do this. I only met this dude the day of the interview. Like we saw with him and Snoopy Badass beefing. Afterwards he was getting at Snoopy, shooting down some of the things Snoopy was saying, the gay Crip dude, which became a very viral situation. And we know the gang culture in the streets ain't to be played with. Like I just said, Bricc Baby flat out said motherfuckers from his hood, that he was respecting their gangster, got at him and said, you gotta get it together, Bricc Baby, like you whining, you know what I mean? Then there was the gay Crip situation, and now this situation is like 3 different times where he's saying, oh, we just met him right before the interview. So he's got to find a better way, being that like he's doing the no jumper thing, but at the same time, he's tied into the streets, and it just doesn't seem like there's much preparation. You know what I mean? Like, oh, after the fact, I had to straighten this out or straighten that out. It's like, I don't know. It's just kind of got Bricc Baby looking crazy. Like he said in that clip too, he said it has him looking like a clown or whatever. Like y'all know the whole fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like he keeps putting himself in the same position. I don't know if he's got to let Adam know like, yo, you got to give me more time to prep for these interviews, or Adam is giving him ample time and Bricc Baby just isn't, he's being lazy about it. I don't know, but he's been out here looking crazy time after time. And I don't know, it's just wild what's been going on at No Jumper. Once again, shout out to that channel, the Ninoverse. This guy's been breaking down every No Jumper interview, like all the wild-ish going on. Like, I don't know, man, Adam 22 just on some other time, if you ask me. And then to close it on out, man, we got Bimmy, right? Who was tied to the Supreme team. James Antney's his real name, brother of Deb Antney, Waka Flocka's mom. He's Waka's uncle, regarded as a New York street legend, tied to a lot of stuff in hip hop or whatever. You see, there has been some paperwork that has surfaced alleging, and we got to use that keyword. This is alleging. You guys let me know what you think about the paperwork, but it's saying that he was a confidential informant, for the feds. Again, this is allegedly. I want to know what y'all think about it. But you see a piece of this paperwork here. It says the whereabouts of Rick Strickland were not ascertained by the time of the verdict. The final surprise, identified as Court Exhibit E, that counsel acquired toward the end of the trial, was August 19th, 95 interview of a confidential informant known as Music, true name James Antney, by Detective Edward Hendrickson, wherein it was related that Shamina Brooks witnessed a homicide in the confines of the 73rd precinct Brooklyn and named Carlton is one of the perpetrators. As a result thereof, it is alleged that Carlton put a contract out on Shamina. It was subsequent thereto. Class was killed and Shamina was shot. Class was reputed to be a member of an extremely violent street gang known as Young Guns. 4 members of said group, Troy, Nichols, and Pike. There's a lot going on there. You see, this is a whole murder for hire rap, serious case. The feds, but it's like straight out. Because sometimes there's been some funny stuff that's come out with paperwork or allegations of individuals working with the feds. Like, for instance, Mob James. It seems still to this day, he's a guy that, was labeled to be some kind of informant or something like that. But it seems like it's kind of still up in the air. No one ever really did the full out due diligence of finding out what exactly the whole deal is with that situation. But, like sometimes little pieces of paperwork come out and, like people try to spin things certain way. You know what I mean? Where I'm saying in this situation, you see in this paperwork right here, flat out, it has music, true name, James Antney, like flat out, he's being called a confidential informant. So I don't know, man. I have to wait and see how this plays out, but it's not looking too good for Bimmy. I don't know, man. It's wild, like so often after the 6ix9ine situation, and we was just talking about dudes like Snoopy Badass and G-Face. Obviously, them dudes really trying to get on, like all that I was talking about, all this wild-ish they're doing just to get on No Jumper for hopes of really pushing their career somewhere and all that, so like they're not really super significant at all by any means in this blogosphere hip-hop-ish. But just saying, over the years, a lot of cats tied to the streets and tied to the hip-hop world have, got caught up in things where they cooperated and, word has come out. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the 6ix9ine thing, that was right in the midst of where 6ix9ine was very popular and had all this momentum behind his name. So it was put out there on Front Street. And, we saw where some cats, for instance, Whack 100 will still work with them or whatever, like there's the streets. As I always point out, I'm just on my internet nerd vibes, bringing y'all this content and whatnot, chopping it up with you guys. But the point that I'm getting at is it's not the first time there's been some ratting going on, like it's dating back for the longest time, Billy Joel voice. But I don't know, man. Bimmy not looking good, looking like he was an informant. So tap in, let me know what you guys think about that. BG possibly coming home, or confirmed by Birdman. You know what I mean? He was supposed to touch down April 7th, so this is well before that time. And Bricc, baby, man, trying to navigate the streets, hip hop, and the blogosphere content game at the same time, and it's got him looking crazy. Let's talk about it all in the comments. Sub up, stay tuned for more, y'all. It's Coffee, and I'm gone.